Hello everyone! Welcome to our English class. Today, I am going to give you a brief discussion about the difference between the simple past and the past perfect tenses. But before we start, let us have a quick review of verbs. Do you still remember what a verb is? A verb is a word used to describe an action, state, or an occurrence. It is an action word in a sentence that describes what the subject is doing. Let us have the following sentences. Sam attended her English class this morning. What is the verb in the sentence? Correct. Attended is the verb or the action word in the sentence. Arya performed in the program. What is the word that tells the action? Very good. Performed is the word that tells the action. So performed is the verb that is used in the sentence. After Julia had eaten dinner, she took her vitamins. What are the words that signify actions? Very good. Had eaten and took are the verbs that signify actions in the sentence. In the English language, a verb can be regular or irregular. Regular verbs follow the same pattern and form their past and past participle by just adding d or ed to the base form of the verb. Look at these examples. See how the past and past participle of regular verbs are formed. We have here the base form, the past form, and the past participle. Let us read. Clean, cleaned, cleaned. Help, helped, helped. Create, created, created. On the other hand, irregular verbs form their past and past participle in different ways. There are verbs in which all the three forms, the base form, the past form, and the past participle are the same. Example, put, put, put. There are verbs in which two of the three forms are the same. Example, sit, sat, sat. And there are verbs in which all the three forms are different. Example, write, wrote, written. You have to be familiar with the past form and past participle of verbs for you to do well in today's lesson. The simple past tense and the past perfect tense. But before we go on, let us have our learning objective. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to use the simple past and the past perfect tenses correctly in varied contexts. The simple past tense and the past perfect tense are both used to talk about things that happened in the past. However, we use past perfect to talk about something that happened before another action in the past, which is usually expressed by the simple past. And I am going to explain to you in detail what all that means. First, let us have the simple past tense. What is simple past tense? We use the simple past tense to express an action or actions started and finished at a specific time in the past. It is used to talk about a completed action in a time before now, meaning these actions are finished and they are over. Okay? Let us look at this. This is our timeline regarding the simple past, and this is now. Let's say now is 7:30 in the morning, and there are things that I did before 7:30 in the morning. That means in the past, right? So now is 7:30. I did something at 7:15. I did something at 7 o'clock. and I did something at 6:45. Let's say that I took a shower at 6:45. The sentence is in the simple past and the verb used is took. Took is the past form of take. Next, I ate breakfast at 7 o'clock. The sentence is in the simple past and the verb used is ate. Ate is the past form of it. Next, I left for work at 7:15. The sentence is also in the simple past and the verb used is left. Left is the past form of leave. Look at our timeline. I took a shower, I ate breakfast, I left for work. All these things happened before now, meaning in the past. Again, in the simple past tense, we are simply talking about things that happened in the past. And as we talk about those things now, they are already finished. Is that clear? Let us have these sentences. I answered my homework last night. What is the verb in the sentence? Correct. Answered. And what is the base form of answered? Yes, answer. That's correct. Now take note of the time expression used. Last night. Last night denotes that the action was done in the past. Next, Mark ate his dinner quickly. What is the word that tells the action? That's right, ate. So, ate is the verb in the sentence. How about the base form of ate? Yes, it. Very good. Now, let us read the following sentences in the simple past tense and take note of the verb used. We gave her a doll for her birthday. My parents came to visit me last week. We talked on the phone for 30 minutes. We waited for 1 hour. He played the violin. Do you now know how to use verbs in the simple past tense? Very good. Now let us have the past perfect tense. We use the past perfect tense when we talk about a completed action in the past. It can be expressed in terms of emphasizing duration of a completed action. Example, the Spaniards had colonized the Philippines for more than 300 years. The verb in the past perfect tense emphasizes the duration of the action. Had colonized for more than 300 years. Next, expressing a completed action in the past before another past action. Example, Philippine literature had flourished already before the Spaniards arrived. There are two past actions in the sentence, had flourished and arrived. Which do you think happened first? That's right, had flourished is the completed action in the past before another past actions. So we use the past perfect tense to talk about at least two actions in the past and you want to emphasize which one of them happened first, okay? We use the pattern had plus the past participle of the main verb to form the past perfect tense. Now, let us have the same timeline and let's say that it is 7:30 now and again, we are talking about things that happened before now or before 7:30. We have the same time period, 6:45, 7 o'clock, 7:15, and 7:30. Okay, let us analyze this sentence. Before I left for work at 7:15, I had eaten breakfast, and I had taken a shower. We have 3 past actions in this sentence, and we are going to determine which is in the simple past and which are in the past perfect tense. So before I left for work at 7:15, I had eaten breakfast and had taken a shower. The verb left is in the simple past. The use of past perfect tense, had eaten and had taken, emphasizes that these 2 actions happened first. Let us try this. Look at the given illustrations, determine which happened first, then use the simple past and past perfect tenses to complete the sentences. The first one is done for you. Jello studied his lessons after he had played basketball. Based on the illustrations, you could say that Jello had played basketball before he studied his lessons. The past perfect is used on the verb play because the action happened before another action which is expressed in the simple past. Studied. Now, will you try the rest of the sentences? Patrice blanked her modules before she blanked her favorite TV show. Answer: Patrice had answered her modules before she watched her favorite TV show. Next, Julio blanked home after his wife blanked dinner. Answer: Julio went home after his wife had cooked dinner. Next, when Jesse blanked home, his son blanked outside. Answer: when Jesse went home, his son had played outside. Is it now clear to you that when we use the past perfect tense, we talk about at least 2 actions in the past and you want to emphasize which one of them happened first? On the other hand, we use the simple past tense when we're simply talking about things that happened in the past, and as we talk about those things now, they are finished. Is that clear? That's all for today. Have a nice day.